Today on September 10th, Archangel Michael says, "Open this before 7 p.m. tonight." God tried to warn you but you skipped it last time. He's asking again. This is not just a video, it's divine timing. Open quickly. Archangel Mitchell says, "The hour has been marked and your name has been written into it like light pressed into stone. The first call went out and you felt it, then life pulled you away and you skipped what was meant for you. Now the call returns stronger, the door stands close, and the clock leans towards 7 p.m. like a secret bending near your ear." This is not just a video because it carries more than words and images, it carries a window, an alignment, a moment that has waded through storms and calendars. It is the meeting place between your courage and what has been promised to you. Divine timing opens pathways no map can hold, it stitches together the chance you prayed for with the strength you have grown in quiet hours. It is here today and it wants your full attention. You can feel the hush around you like air before rain, you can feel a press of clarity across your chest asking you to listen closely. You can feel the gentle tug of destiny that sounds like your own heartbeat amplified. The warning came already and you set it aside, not out of doubt but out of the noise that lives in busy days. The second chance is not a scolding, it is a mercy. It is mercy speaking your name with patience that never runs dry. Tonight is a gate and 7 p.m. is the hinge that holds it. On one side is repetition and on the other side is release. The hinge swings when obedience and readiness meet in the same breath. Obedience looks like showing up even if your legs tremble. Readiness looks like clearing a small space for what matters most. The breath is yours to give, steady and intentional. There is a message that has been trying to reach you through dreams, through strangers, through the way the wind pauses at your window. It speaks in patterns you almost recognize and in signs that keep repeating until you turn your head. It asks for your yes with the simplicity of a sunrise. You are not late because grace can fold time. You are not unworthy because love does not negotiate your value. You are not behind because this path was tailored for your exact steps. This is your moment to open, and opening is a posture more than an action. Opening means softening the guard around your heart and letting clarity pour in. Opening means saying you are available to what calls you by your true name. Prepare the room you are in as if a guest of honor will arrive. Turn down the noise that does not serve your soul for the next stretch of time. Light in your eyes and quiet in your chest will turn your home into a sanctuary. Take 3 slow breaths that fill your ribs and put your feet flat on the floor. Imagine a line of light from the crown of your head to the bones in your heels. Feel yourself steady like a tree that knows where water lives. Collect what you need before 7 p.m. so nothing distracts you. Keep water near to ground your body and a page to capture any words that arrive. Clear a seat that fits your spine like a promise. Let the regrets of yesterday wash through you like rain over stones. Let the fear of tomorrow be placed gently outside the threshold like a coat you set down. Let presence be the garment you choose for tonight. Your spirit already recognizes this appointment. It has been nodding in your sleep and straightening your shoulders when you walk. It has been rehearsing yes even when your mouth stayed closed. The story of your delays is not the final chapter. A story of your disappointments is not the last sentence. Here is a new paragraph being written right now in the language of now. Divine timing is the soft knock that becomes a firm knock and then the undeniable sound of the doorbell. You do not mean to rush because rain is a cousin of fear. You simply need to be ready because readiness is the sibling of peace. You have outgrown versions of yourself that knew only survival. You are learning the way of receiving without flinching. You are stepping into the room where provision and purpose sit at the same table. Let the old alarms of scarcity fall silent. Let the old habits of self-sabotage loosen their grip like knots undone. Let the old voices that never understood you fade like distant traffic. Tonight you will hear yourself more clearly because you will be uncluttered. Tonight you will see connections your eyes kept skipping over. Tonight you will feel linemen slide into place like a key that finally turns. Last time the warning came, the world pulled you in 10 directions at once. The timeline was a blur and the urgency felt foggy. Tonight the urgency is clear and clean like a bell. You are not being punished for missing the first nudge. You are being re-invited with a stronger hand and a clearer map. You are being welcomed back to what has your name on it. Set your boundaries like a fence that keeps the garden safe. Decline what drains you for the next hours without apology. Protect this appointment because it protects your future. If a memory rises that stings, let it surface and pass like a wave that knows where shore is. If a tension flickers through your shoulders, breathe through it and let it melt. If a doubt whispers, answer it with action. Action is what silence looks like when it moves. Action is what faith looks like when it carries a cup of water. Action is what love looks like when it shows up on time. Divine timing does not demand perfection. It asks for presence. Presence holds your attention steady, and your attention is currency in this kingdom. Spend it on what returns peace with interest. At 7 p.m., the air around you will feel different. Patient and attentive. At 7 p.m., the edges of your day will soften and make room. At 7 p.m., the window will slide open and something kind will step through. Let your posture be open and your eyes gentle. Let your hands rest where they can receive without clenching. Let your voice be calm even if your heart beats loud. You have prayed for signs and help has been walking beside you for days. You have asked for timing and the hour has circled your calendar like a hawk finding its perch. You have whispered, "I am ready," and the answer has been yes. Keep your promise to yourself tonight. Keep your appointment with your becoming. Keep your word to your own soul like a vow that never breaks. Lay out what you intend to release and name it with honesty. Lay out what you intend to build and name it with courage. Lay out what you intend to receive and name it without apology. You are not asking too much when you ask for what is yours by birthright of love. You are not taking from anyone else when you receive what fits your path. You are not selfish when you choose alignment. The old cycle that left you tired at the same place each month is ready to retire. The old pattern that dimmed your light to protect others is ready to be thanked and released. The old agreement that kept you quiet is ready to be rewritten. Imagine a door made of old wood and new light. Imagine your hand on its handle. Warm and steady. Imagine the door swinging toward rooms you used to only dream about. You will recognize the landscape because it has been visiting you in flashes. You will trust the voice because it sounds like truth inside your chest. You will accept the gift because tonight you are practiced at receiving. If you feel the pull to move, move by choosing the next right thing. If you feel the pull to rest, rest like a field that knows harvest is coming. If you feel the pull to speak, speak like a river that has found its path. You are supported by more than what you can count with fingers. You are guided by more than what you can measure by clocks. you are held by more than what your eyes can map. Tonight, gratitude can be simple and powerful like a lantern that lights the whole porch. Gratitude can be a list of 3 breaths and 1 promise. Gratitude can be a single nod of the head that says yes. Your name is being announced in rooms you cannot see yet. Your work is being prepared with tools you will know how to use. Your steps are being matched by a rhythm that will not lose you. Let your inner gate swing open and do not rush it. Let your inner voice take the lead and do not interrupt it. Let your inner wisdom gather the pieces and do not scatter them. You will carry forward a quiet certainty after this hour. You will carry forward cleaner boundaries and lighter shoulders. You will carry forward instructions that make you efficient with your energy. Mark this day because you will look back and understand its geometry. Mark this hour because you will trace victories to this hinge. Mark this choice because it teaches your future self how to stand. If tears come, let them wash what needs washing with dignity. If laughter rises, let it loosen what used to feel stuck. If stillness spreads, let it settle every surface inside you. There is no performance here, only presence. There is no scoreboard here, only alignment. There is no judgment here, only invitation. Your ancestors stand around the edges like a ring of steady lights. Your future stands in front of you like a road with the fog lifting. Your purpose stands beside you like a friend who knows your secrets and smiles. You do not need the approval of every voice to move. You do not need certainty about every step to begin. You do not need permission to claim what is meant for you. The message you are receiving tonight is tailored for your heartbeat. The symbols that appear will make sense to your personal history. The timing will match the ripeness of your readiness. You will feel the door finish its swing and click into place. You will feel the pathway underfoot turn from gravel to firm ground. You will feel the horizon lean closer like a friend who wants you to win. Keep your promises in the days that follow this hour. Keep your agreements with rest and nourishment and honest work. Keep your focus on what strengthens you and release what weakens you. Your life will not explode into chaos because you chose alignment. Your life will gather itself and move in rhythm because you chose order. Your life will hold you upright because you chose truth. This night turns the tide you thought would never shift. This night midwives a chapter you feared you would never write. This night holds the courage you need like a candle that does not burn out. Return to these words when you need to remember the shape of your yes. Return to this calm when the world gets noisy again. Return to this alignment whenever you feel the ground tilt. You are not alone because love is not a visitor that leaves. You are not stranded because guidance is not a weather pattern. You are not forgotten because your name is not made of chalk. Hold steady until the clock meets the mark. Hold steady while you prepare your space. Hold steady as the hinge completes its sacred turn. When the moment arrives, receive it like a key and breathe. When the clarity lands, anchor it with a sentence on your page. When the peace deepens, let it be the proof you needed. Your path widens in proportion to your yes. Your day brightens in proportion to your presence. Your future simplifies in proportion to your courage. You are ready now because readiness is not about having everything. It is about being present to what comes. You are worthy now because worthiness was never in question. You are chosen now because love has already made its choice. Open before 7 p.m. tonight and keep your heart open after. Let the alignment do its work even while you sleep. Let the new chapter unfold through morning into everything you touch. Carry yourself like the answer arrived and is living inside you. Carry your tasks like you are walking with a quiet champion at your side. Carry your relationships like you know how to tend what matters. This is the turning and you are the traveler who said yes. This is the window and you are the one who stays to feel the breeze. This is the blessing and you are strong enough to hold it. The door is ready and the hinge is set, the hour is marked and your name is called. The path is lit and your feet are willing. Go forward with a steady spine and a soft gaze, go forward with a clear plan and a generous heart. Go forward with a promise to keep choosing what aligns. Tonight is you because you choose it, tonight is holy because you honor it. Tonight is historic because you will remember it with gratitude. Breathe and be here, prepare and be here. Receive and be here. When the hour strikes, lift your head, when the message arrives, let it land. When the peace settles, guard it well. You are held, you are guided. You are home. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. The hour folds toward you like a petal closing around dew, the day gathers its meanings and places them within reach. The path you asked for opens with a quiet, generous hand. You stand between what hath been heavy and what will be light, you stand between noise and a clear tone that carries through walls. You stand between the old story and the sentence that writes it. The room becomes a sanctuary when intention crosses its threshold, the body becomes a sanctuary when breath is welcomed as a guest. A moment becomes a sanctuary when presence is allowed to take that share. Lay your tools where your hands can find them without strain. Lay your thoughts where your heart can hear them without static. Lay your hope where the light can touch it without interruption. A page is a doorway that accepts your truth without flinching. A glass of water is a river that volunteers to carry your tension away. A candle is a small sun that agrees to keep watch while you listen. Before the hour, choose 3 words that will steer you. Choose one to anchor, one to move, and one to bless. Choose them like seeds and trust them to sprout. You can write a vow as a bridge between now and the life that fits you. You can write a release as a gate that swings open and does not swing back. You can write a promise as a lantern that will not go out in wind. The old pattern no longer gets to drive, the old fear no longer gets to speak without permission. The old delay no longer gets a spare key. You are allowed to edit your life with love, you are allowed to make a new agreement with time. You are allowed to cultivate a simple, strong rhythm that serves your days. Divine timing is a tide that knows its shoreline. Divine timing is a chord that holds its pitch no matter the room. Divine timing is a visitor that arrives exactly when courage arrives. Prepare a boundary like a calm fence that hums with clarity. Prepare a priority like a clear bell that calls you by name. Prepare a grace like a soft blanket folded on a chair. The heart speaks in signals that the mind learns to translate. The body speaks in ease when truth is near. The spirit speaks in quiet when alignment is present. If a memory arrives with edges, place it on the page and let the edges soften. If a name arrives with heat, place it in the light and let the heat become information. If a path arrives with certainty, place your foot upon it and feel the certainty hold. This hour favors honesty over performance. This hour favors clarity over speed. This hour favors steadiness over spectacle. You are not obligated to explain the sacred to anyone. You are not required to defend the peaceful to anyone. You are not asked to perform the holy for anyone. This appointment respects your boundaries because it was written by love. This appointment respects your limits because it was designed for your breath. This appointment respects your schedule because it understands why you are here. The room quiets when you choose to listen, the past quiets when you choose to bless and release. The future quiets when you choose to trust and receive. Choose a symbol that will mark your yes in the physical world. Choose a simple movement that will signal your body to relax and open. Choose a sentence that will remind your mind where to rest. Your feet are instruments tuned to the ground. Your hands are instruments tuned to service. Your eyes are instruments tuned to light. Let the closing hours of the day braid themselves with patience. Let the minutes near the hour glide instead of race. Let the seconds lean into grace instead of pressure. A small list can transform a room, a small breath can transform a mood. A small yes can transform a life. Write the 3 things you are releasing and fold the paper once. Write the 3 things you are receiving and fold the paper twice. Write the 3 ways you will show up and place the paper beneath the candle. You are building a habit of trust that will outlast storms. You are building a spine of peace that will outlast noise. You are building a house of clarity that will outlast opinions. Your daily work will feel lighter when aligned with this hour. Your relationships will feel kinder when aligned with this hour. Your decisions will feel cleaner when aligned with this hour. After the hinge turns, treat the next 3 days as an integration bridge. Treat your rest with the same seriousness as your action. Treat your kindness to yourself as a non-negotiable. A 1 can be for listening more than speaking. A 2 can be for planning more than rushing. A 3 can be for gentle motion more than strain. Mark a 7-day cycle that honors the promise of tonight. Mark the mornings with a breath and a sentence that remembers. Mark the evenings with a brief gratitude that seals the day. Create a boundary for your phone like a curfew that protects your peace. Create a boundary for your energy like a budget that protects your purpose. Create a boundary for your attention like a garden fence that protects your growth. The people who are meant to remain will respect your boundaries. The opportunities that are meant to land will respect your timing. The ideas that are meant to blossom will respect your pace. When gentleness is paired with discipline, a river appears. When discipline is paired with joy, momentum appears. When momentum is paired with peace, sustainability appears. The clock is not your enemy because your breath is not your enemy. The road is not your enemy because your feet are not your enemy. The work is not your enemy because your purpose is not your enemy. Invite your body to relax its shoulders and unlock its jaw. Invite your heart to soften its guard and expand its field. Invite your mind to rest on the simplest true sentence it can hold. You have prepared long enough to trust this ease. You have healed deeply enough to trust this strength. You have learned patiently enough to trust this clarity. There will be signs that the window opened and you stepped through. There will be confirmations that your yes was heard and welcomed. There will be alignments that feel like the world nodding at you. You can expect a conversation that clears confusion without drama. You can expect an email or message that closes a loop with grace. You can expect a small provision that proves larger provision is on the way. You will not need to announce your shift loudly. You will not need to convince skeptical voices of your path. You will not need to defend your peace from every opinion. Your task is to keep the channel clean. Your task is to keep the agreement simple. Your task is to keep the practices consistent. Practice morning light on your face for a minute of silence. Practice a cup of water before speaking to anyone. Practice a sentence of intention before opening your work. You are not a problem to fix because you are a garden to tend. You are not a fault to hide because you are an ember to nurture. You are not a noise to mute because you are a song to tune. Tonight, the edges of the room hold steady like a canvas. Tonight, the center of the room holds steady like a hearth. Tonight, your presence holds steady like a lighthouse. You may feel the sensation of space widening around your ribs. You may feel the sensation of time slowing enough to be seen. You may feel the sensation of warmth pooling in your hands. This is the body recognizing safety. This is the mind recognizing order. This is the spirit recognizing home. Offer forgiveness like a key that frees your own door first. Offer acceptance like a chair that welcomes your whole self to sit. Offer patience like a window that opens for fresh air. The past does not vanish but it loses its grip. The fear does not vanish but it loses its throne. The doubt does not vanish but it loses its microphone. Take stock of what strengthens you and place it within reach. Take stock of what weakens you and place it out of reach. Take stock of what confuses you and place it on the page where clarity can meet it. Your calendar can be a map that reflects your promise. Your budget can be a map that reflects your priorities. Your home can be a map that reflects your peace. One drawer cleaned is a vote for clarity. One conversation completed is a vote for integrity. One boundary honored is a vote for freedom. You do not need to jump to the end of a story that writes itself line by line. You do not need to hold the entire mountain in your arms. You do not need to sprint through a field meant for walking. A gentle, daily cadence will bring you everything you asked for. A gentle, daily cadence will keep what arrives safe and integrated. A gentle, daily cadence will make the extraordinary feel natural. Honor your sleep like a sacred appointment. Honor your meals like a sacred offering. Honor your movement like a sacred conversation. You can choose a small anchor practice before the hour strikes. You can choose to touch the doorframe and bless the threshold. You can choose to place your palm on your heart and say, "Here." Your voice is an instrument that learns new songs easily. Your posture is an instrument that remembers how to stand like truth. Your attention is an instrument that holds a note longer than you think. The next version of your life greets you with a steady smile. The next version of your courage greets you with soft eyes. The next version of your joy greets you with open hands. Name the 3 relationships you will tend with extra care and kindness. Name the 3 projects you will advance with clean focus. Name the 3 habits you will build with patience and consistency. Let your devices obey your priorities instead of reversing the relationship. Let your schedule obey your energy instead of reversing the relationship. Let your choices obey your peace instead of reversing the relationship. A calm plan is a living document that can breathe. A calm plan is a path that bends without breaking. A calm plan is a friend that walks beside you even on uneven ground. Celebrate the smallest evidence of alignment. Celebrate the smallest sign of trust. Celebrate the smallest act of integrity. You are setting a tone that echoes through rooms you have not entered yet. You are setting a tone that echoes through days you have not lived yet. You are setting a tone that echoes through hearts you have not met yet. The window at 7 p.m. is a meeting point, not a test. The window at 7 p.m. is an embrace, not a trial. The window at 7 p.m. is a hand extended, not a demand. Receive what arrives without grammatizing what does not. Receive what is clear without forcing what is not. Receive what is yours without clutching what belongs elsewhere. Your intuition gains muscle when it is used. Your boundaries gain respect when they are held. Your purpose gains traction when it is prioritized. A single hour can hold a hinge that changes the door. A single day can hold a turning that changes the season. A single yes can hold a thread that changes the tapestry. Return to simplicity when you feel pulled. Return to breathing when you feel scattered. Return to gratitude when you feel thin. Your ancestors bless the path you are choosing with their quiet applause. Your future self blesses the path you are choosing with a relieved smile. Your present self blesses the path you are choosing with a steady breath. Place your tools back where they belong when the hour completes. Place your words where you can see them in the morning. Place your vow where your eyes will find it at the start of each day. This is a rhythm you can keep without burning out. This is a pace you can love without resenting. This is a way you can live without performing. Hold your life gently and it will respond. Hold your life clearly and it will align. Hold your life bravely and it will expand. The day bows to the hour that changes its tone. The night bows to the choice that changes its weight. The week bows to the vow that changes its direction. You will know you cross the threshold by the peace that stays. You will know you cross the threshold by the ease in your steps. You will know you cross the threshold by the kindness you extend to yourself without effort. Let the final minutes be quiet and clean. Let the final breaths be soft and full. Let the final posture be open and ready. The door was always yours to open. The hinge was always yours to turn. The path was always yours to walk. Carry this certainty into every room you enter. Carry this tenderness into every conversation you hold. Carry this strength into every decision you make. What you asked for is asking for you with equal devotion. What you prayed for is moving toward you with equal momentum. What you prepared for is unfolding for you with equal grace. Hold your ground with compassion for your own humanity. Hold your ground with reverence for your own journey. Hold your ground with gratitude for your own growth. This is the chapter that begins with a steady hand. This is the chapter that continues with a clear heart. This is the chapter that ends with a generous harvest. Your name is safe in this hour. Your hope is safe in this hour. Your future is safe in this hour. Breathe and let it land like rain on warm earth. Breathe and let it spread like light through a clean window. Breathe and let it settle like snow on quiet fields. The window opens and you open with it. The message arrives and you receive it with dignity. The peace deepens and you keep it with courage. You walk forward without noise. You walk forward without apology. You walk forward without fear. The blessing has weight enough to anchor you and lift you at the same time. The instruction has clarity enough to guide you and free you at the same time. The promise has patience enough to unfold and delight you at the same time. Let the hour finish its work. Let the night cradle your integration. Let the morning reveal the first evidence. You have done enough to meet the hinge with honor, you have become enough to meet the path with strength. You have loved enough to meet the promise with softness. This is the steadiness you keep, this is the clarity you choose. This is the life that answers back with yes. Archangel Mitchell says, "The window widens as your courage grows, and what felt far now stands at arm's length. The hour draws close and you move with it like tide finding shore. The signal strengthens because your attention strengthens. You hold a quiet center that no interruption can shake, you hold a clean yes that no doubt can smudge. You hold a steady breath that keeps the door open. The minutes before the mark carry a silver thread, the thread links memory to promise and promise to action. The thread links who you were to who you are becoming. You set a calm order in the room as if arranging constellations, you set a calm order in your thoughts as if aligning instruments. You set a calm order in your body as if tuning strings. Your steps become deliberate and kind, your choices become precise and light. Your focus becomes generous and firm. A simple sequence gathered the pieces without strain, a simple sequence carries you from preparation to reception. A simple sequence places clarity in your hands. You sit upright like a lighthouse that knows its task, you place both feet on the floor like roots greeting soil. You allow your shoulders to rest like sails lowered after safe arrival. You speak a sentence that claims the hour with dignity, you speak a sentence that names your readiness with confidence. You speak a sentence that welcomes guidance with respect. The space answers by softening, the air answers by deepening. The heart answers by widening. You feel a gentle release of old tension around the ribs, you feel a gentle warmth at the center of the chest. You feel a gentle quiet behind the eyes. This is alignment becoming physical, this is peace taking shape you can feel. This is timing turning into touch. You write one line that will guide the next 7 days, you write one line that will guide the next 7 weeks. You write one line that will guide the next 7 months. The lines are simple and strong like beams, the lines are compact and true like seeds. The lines are memorable and alive like mantras without noise. You keep your gaze soft and your jaw released, you keep your breath slow and your spine balanced. You keep your attention on the next right thing. Each inhale carries permission to receive. Each exhale carries permission to release. Each pause carries permission to reset. You place your hand over your heart so the body hears the message, you place your hand on your belly so the breath hears the message. You place your hand on the page so the promise hears the message. Progress arrives as ease returning to your day. Progress arrives as clarity returning to your choices. Progress arrives as steadiness returning to your voice. You create a bridge from the sacred to the practical, you create a bridge from inspiration to structure. You create a bridge from vow to calendar. The bridge is built with clean mornings that begin quietly, the bridge is built with focus blocks that protect your best work. The bridge is built with gentle evenings that land with gratitude. You choose what you will carry and what you will send down, you do what you will bet and what you will boo. You choose what you will water and what you will let dry. Old vows that kept you small are thanked and retired, old stories that kept you stuck are archived with love. Old defenses that kept you guarded are softened with wisdom. You open to opportunities that match your integrity, you open to relationships that match your kindness. You open to ideas that match your purpose. The next conversation unfolds with clarity and poise. A next task unfolds with order and rhythm. The next door unfolds with timing that meets you halfway. You let your energy follow your priorities. You let your schedule follow your energy. You let your results follow your schedule. A pattern of deep work appears like a clean river. A pattern of deep rest appears like a calm lake. A pattern of deep joy appears like sunlight after rain. You accept that sustainable momentum can be gentle. You accept that strong boundaries can be warm. You accept that consistent progress can be quiet. The heart remains the headquarters, the breath remains the metronome. The body remains the honest friend. You treat interruptions like clowns passing without argument. You treat temptations like detours you simply decline. You treat worries like static you lower with a knob. You protect your morning hour like a sanctuary. You protect your focus window like a contract. You protect your evening ritual like a seal. The phone learns to wait because your peace goes first. The inbox learns to queue because your purpose goes first. The world learns your cadence because your soul goes first. You build a three-part cadence that repeats with grace. You prepare with stillness until you feel centered. You create with focus until you feel satisfied. You integrate with gratitude until you feel complete. This cadence keeps your light bright without burning. This cadence keeps your work strong without strain. This cadence keeps your days ordered without rigidity. You notice confirmation arriving in small, generous ways. A message lands that clears something old. A resource appears that unlocks the next step. A name surfaces that connects the path. You gather proof without clinging. You gather support without grasping. You gather wisdom without noise. The future stops shouting because you are listening. The past stops echoing because you are present. The present stops slipping because you are anchored. You remain available to guidance while staying loyal to your plan. You remain flexible in method while staying faithful in aim. You remain humble in spirit while staying confident in step. Your environment reflects your intention. Surfaces clear and breathe. Dunes sit where hands reach easily. Light falls where focus happens. You track what matters with a simple ledger of truth. You record brief notes on energy and results. You record brief notes on lessons and adjustments. You record brief notes on gratitude and closure. The ledger becomes a mirror that keeps you honest. The mirror becomes a compass that keeps you oriented. The compass becomes a friend that keeps you encouraged. You allow kindness to be the signature of your progress. You allow clarity to be the signature of your choices. You allow steadiness to be the signature of your days. The body thanks you with better sleep and cleaner energy. The mind thanks you with fewer loops and smoother thoughts. The heart thanks you with wider calm and deeper joy. You maintain the threshold you crossed with small, consistent acts. You maintain the promise you claimed with small, consistent choices. You maintain the peace you received with small, consistent pauses. When urgency tries to return in disguise, you greet it with order. When doubt tries to return in disguise, you greet it with evidence. When distraction tries to return in disguise, you greet it with boundaries. Your room becomes a map of your values. Your calendar becomes a garden of your priorities. Your budget becomes a vote for your future. you place strength where it belongs and softness where it heals. You place focus where it builds and play where it renews. You place silence where it cleans and music where it lifts. The path now carries your imprint with confidence. The work now carries your signature with grace. The life now carries your rhythm with beauty. You continue to honor the hour that opened this chapter. You continue to honor the practices that keep it alive. You continue to honor the voice that guided you here. Dishonoring multiplies your results. Dishonoring simplifies your choices. Dishonoring stabilizes your progress. You recognize the difference between noise and signal. You recognize the difference between urgency and importance. You recognize the difference between pressure and invitation. Signal guides your steps like a sure melody. Importance guides your time like a clean compass. Invitation guides your heart like a kind hand. You shape the week with 3 pillars that do not wobble. Purpose anchors the days. People receive your best presence. Personal care keeps the instrument tuned. Purpose receives your finest attention during your clearest hours. People receive your listening, your eye contact, your patience. Personal care receives your rest, your movement, your nourishment. The pillars hold during weather. The pillars hold during growth. The pillars hold during change. You let the chapter become a corridor instead of a single room. You let the corridor become a way of living instead of a single event. You let the way of living become a culture inside your life. Inside this culture, honesty is easy because it costs nothing. Inside this culture, generosity is natural because it springs from fullness. Inside this culture, essence is kind because it respects limits. You walk with a posture that says you know where you are going. You speak with a tone that says you know why you are here. You rest with a peace that says you know how to keep what arrived. The hinge hour invited a new gravity to your choices. The hinge hour invited a new lightness to your movements. The hinge hour invited a new music to your days. You keep returning to the simple things that work. Breath before action. Intention before schedule. Presence before performance. A world responds by meeting you at your level of clarity. Doors open that once stayed shut. Meetings land that once drifted. Paths align that once crossed without connection. You become a quiet lighthouse for others who are ready. Not by preaching but by being. Not by pushing but by living. Not by noise but by example. Your yes keeps its shape. Your no keeps its kindness. Your maybe keeps its patience. You carry forward a dignified confidence that does not need a pause. You carry forward a practical wisdom that does not need approval. You carry forward a deep calm that does not need explanation. The hour did its work and you did yours. The blessing stayed and you stewarded it well. The promise unfolded and you walked it with care. You are now the kind of person who keeps appointments with destiny. You are now the kind of person who keeps covenants with peace. You are now the kind of person who keeps faith with purpose. Archangel Mitchell says, "Continue as you have begun, because continuation is courage in motion. Continue as you have begun, because repetition is how roots take hold. Continue as you have begun, because faithfulness is how miracles become normal. The day ahead will recognize you by your steadiness. The people ahead will recognize you by your presence. The work ahead will recognize you by your clarity. Carry the light without hurry. Carry the truth without weight. carry the love without fear. The hinge has turned and the road is sure. The window has opened and the breeze is kind, the chapter has begun and the pages will meet your pen. Move with the confidence of alignment. Move with the elegance of simplicity, move with the stamina of peace. You are exactly on time with the life that fits you. You are exactly on time with the purpose that chose you, you are exactly on time with the blessing that found you. Hold this hour in your bones like a compass. Hold this calm in your voice like a note, hold this vow in your hands like a lantern. Go on, steady and bright. Go on, clear and kind. Go on, whole and ready. Archangel Mitchell says your steadiness is a door that keeps opening each time you return. Your return is the proof that alignment is a lifestyle and not a spark. Your lifestyle will carry you further than any burst ever did. You are learning the texture of peace that does not collapse when pressed. You are learning the rhythm of progress that does not vanish when watched. You are learning the language of clarity that does not stutter when named. Keep the flame of your attention where it warms instead of burns. Keep the flame of your intention where it lights instead of blinds. Keep the flame of your commitment where it guides instead of controls. You will notice how the body relaxes when the truth is near. You will notice how the mind quiets when the next step is simple. You will notice how the heart widens when belonging is present. Make a brief inventory of what nourishes you without debt. Make a brief inventory of who strengthens you without condition. Make a brief inventory of where your energy expands without leakage. E-inventories become a map that travels with you. The map becomes a route that stays calm under weather. The route becomes a habit that carries you through seasons. You will treat focus like a guest you respect. You will treat rest like a mentor you honor. You will treat joy like a companion you invite. Your calendar holds a morning island that cannot be trespassed. Your workspace holds a single task that cannot be diluted. Your evening holds a closing ritual that cannot be skipped. The morning island gives you the first fruit of attention. The single task gives you the first fruit of momentum. The closing ritual gives you the first fruit of integration. When the day swells with demands, you will return to your 3 anchors. When the world tugs at your sleeve, you will return to your one promise. When the noise rises like weather, you will return to your inner room. You will learn to say no with warmth and finality. You will learn to say yes with presence and responsibility. You will learn to say later with grace and clarity. Boundaries become a bridge to long results. Boundaries become a window to clean relationships. Boundaries become a floor that carries strong houses. Choose a symbol for your vow and keep it visible. Choose a phrase for your posture and keep it audible. Choose a pace for your steps and keep it repeatable. Symbols keep memory from fading under routine. Phrases keep intention from drifting under pressure. Paces keep health from fraying under ambition. You will notice how the simple tools keep the complex dreams safe. You will notice how the small agreements keep the large promises stable. You will notice how the quiet courage keeps the loud world manageable. Let the next 7 mornings begin with breath and one line written. Let the next 7 afternoons hold one block of deep work protected. Let the next 7 evenings end with 3 gratitudes and a gentle stretch. The pattern will knit the days together like a clean fabric. The fabric will hold the weight of purpose without tearing. The purpose will move with you like a boat that knows its river. You will understand that patience is not delay but depth. You will understand that consistency is not boredom but mastery. You will understand that gentleness is not weakness but precision. Your voice will grow lower and steadier as certainty sets. Your choices will grow simpler and quicker as priorities settle. Your presence will grow kinder and firmer as integrity roots. Hold the doors you opened with ongoing care. Hold the promises you made with ongoing practice. Hold the peace you received with ongoing attention. A week from now you will recognize small rearrangements that matter. A month from now you will recognize structural shifts that last. A season from now you will recognize a life that fits. You are crafting a reputation with yourself that does not break. You are crafting a rhythm with time that does not argue. You are crafting a covenant with purpose that does not waver. Offer your work like a clear glass of water to those who are thirsty. Offer your presence like a stable chair to those who are tired. Offer your kindness like a soft light to those who are lost. Generosity does not empty you when the well is fed. Excellence does not exhaust you when the pace is humane. Service does not swallow you when the boundaries are held. Invest in the tools that multiply your focus. Invest in the rest that multiplies your energy. Invest in the relationships that multiply your courage. You will become fluent in the signs that say proceed. You will become fluent in the signs that say pause. You will become fluent in the signs that say pivot. Proceed when the body relaxes and the plan is clear. Pause when the chest tightens and the data is thin. Pivot when the evidence shifts and the peace follows the new path. Your inner council will meet each morning for a short session. Your heart offers values with tenderness and force. Your mind offers plans with structure and grace. Your body offers limits with honesty and care. Let decisions rise from the agreement of these three. Let timelines rise from the reality of these three. Let promises rise from the consent of these three. You are leaving the land of scattered effort. You are entering the land of gathered strength. You are building a home there and it fits. The home has rooms named focus and rest and joy. The home has windows shaped like gratitude and wonder. The home has doors that open only to purpose and truth. Invite work into the room of focus and keep it clean. Invite friends into the room of joy and keep it bright. Invite yourself into the room of rest and keep it quiet. Your days will begin to echo a benevolent order. Your weeks will begin to hum with reliable progress. Your months will begin to tell the truth about your priorities. You will carry humility that keeps you a student. You will carry dignity that keeps you a leader. You will carry mercy that keeps you human. Forgive the version of you that did not know this yet. Bless the version of you that kept walking anyway. Support the version of you that is becoming right now. Keep a short list of non-negotiables that guard your core. Keep a short list of flexibles that keep you agile. Keep a short list of delights that keep you bright. Non-negotiables might be sleep and water and silence. Flexibles might be timelines and methods and routes. Delights might be music and sunlight and laughter. Your work will carry the fragrance of someone who rests. Your rest will carry the satisfaction of someone who works. Your relationships will carry the ease of someone who knows their center. If turbulence arrives, you will not surrender your cadence. If interruption arrives, you will not abandon your anchors. If disappointment arrives, you will not rewrite your identity. You will adjust with intelligence instead of collapse. You will adapt with craft instead of chaos. You will advance with patience instead of panic. The calling that meets you tonight continues tomorrow as practice. The practice continues next week as strength. The strength continues next month as culture. Culture is the long weather of your life, and you are the sky. Culture is the long music of your days, and you are the instrument. Culture is the long light of your path, and you are the keeper. Return to the chair when you feel scattered, return to the breath when you feel thin. Return to the sentence when you feel lost. One chair, one breath, one sentence will always be enough to begin, one step, one task, one closure will always be enough to continue. One review, one adjustment, one gratitude will always be enough to complete. Let your digital spaces mirror your inner order, let your physical spaces mirror your living priorities. Let your financial spaces mirror your chosen values. You will find that less noise equals more power, you will find that fewer goals equals more momentum. You will find that simpler systems equals more follow-through. Take notes that future you will thank present you for. Take rests that future you will thank present you for. Take risks that future you will thank present you for. The risks you take will be measured and aligned, the rests you take will be sufficient and regular. The notes you take will be practical and kind. Your craft will sharpen and soften in the right places, your vision will widen and focus in the right moments. Your influence will deepen and quiet in the right ways. Hold steady when praise arrives so you do not forget your roots. Hold steady when criticism arrives so you do not lose your center. Hold steady when silence arrives so you do not invent panic. You have everything you need to take the next faithful step, you have everything you need to finish the next honest task. You have everything you need to rest the next restorative night. Let the promise of tonight land as a daily practice and not a single spark. Let the certainty of tonight land as a calendar habit and not a fragile wish. Let the peace of tonight land as a body memory and not a passing mood. You are writing a life that can carry good news without spilling. You are building a life that can hold responsibility without cracking. You are tending a life that can host joy without guilt. Your presence will reassure rooms that are unsure, your voice will calm rooms that are loud. Your example will orient rooms that are lost. The blessing multiplies when it meets stewardship, the opportunity multiplies when it meets preparation. The guidance multiplies when it meets obedience. Stay close to the ground that feeds you, stay close to the people who tell you the truth gently. Stay close to the practices that keep you honest. Walk with a pace that honors both your limits and your longings, walk with a gaze that notices both the detail and the horizon. Walk with a heart that balances both courage and care. You do not owe spectacle to anyone. You do not owe speed to anyone. You do not owe access to anyone who spends it cheaply. Give your best to what is yours to carry, give your warmth to who is yours to love. Give your attention to where your purpose grows. You will look back at this chapter and see the signature of quiet mastery. You will look back at this chapter and see the architecture of gentle strength. You will look back at this chapter and see the evidence of kept promises. Your yes keeps opening new corridors without noise, your no keeps protecting sacred rooms without apology. Your maybe keeps buying time for wisdom without guilt. The day can end with a ceremony as simple as breath. The week can end with a review as simple as 3 lines. The month can end with a vision as simple as 1 page. This is how you hold the hinge so it never rusts. This is how you hold the window so it never slams. This is how you hold the path so it never blurs. You are ready for the scale that fits your soul, you are ready for the pace that fits your health. You are ready for the depth that fits your calling. Carry this clarity like water, useful and pure, carry this certainty like ground, steady and kind. Carry this courage like light, quiet and sure. You will keep opening what opens to you, you will keep tending what grows with you. You will keep honoring what walks beside you. The chapter lengthens without losing its tone, the music deepens without losing its melody. The house expands without losing its warmth. Walk on with your shoulders low and your crown high, walk on with your focus clear and your heart soft. Walk on with your promise alive and your peace intact. Everything needed is within reach and within you, everything timely is arriving at the speed of trust. Everything true is standing where you can meet it. This is how you continue and this is how you become, this is how you keep the blessing and this is how you multiply it. This is how you live inside the promise with both feet on the ground.